Good morning, everybody. Kai Waza with you, and welcome back to my channel. And today, something very different. I've kind of held off on doing one of these for years, but it seems like a lot of YouTubers do a little home tour, a tour of their living space, and I've never done it because I don't know. I've just never done it. I don't think it's that, there's not that much to show. And also, I don't know, I will say I come from a long line of not amazing housekeepers. My cousin may disagree with me on this, but my mother, by her own admission, was not an amazing housekeeper. It was always like clean, and things were put away and whatever, but she wasn't meticulous. Neither was my aunt, neither was my grandmother, really, and I think I'm the worst of the lot. I hate cleaning. There are a million other things I would rather do than house clean, but I just finished up some spring cleaning, so I figured you're going to see it about as clean as it ever is, and which may be shocking, I don't know. So I thought, yeah, I don't care, what the heck, what the heck, let's go ahead and just do a little house tour, and I can show you my living space. So I'm just kind of up early having my coffee. This is my first cup. I can't believe I'm filming a video without at least having a full cup of coffee in me. But sorry for the bags under my eyes, probably. Let's take a house tour. And a warning, a warning, if you are triggered by sort of politically incorrect things and visions, you probably shouldn't watch this video, because my apartment sort of basically is like a tiki lounge, so there's a lot of stuff in here that's, that may offend you. Sorry, so don't look. This is the view from my front door. I live in a studio apartment, so don't be, expecting to see too much, because it's really only one room. But this is the foyer as you come in. I got this boutique so long ago, when I lived here the first time, for like $35, and it's actually worth something. Now the artwork that you see, I change around. This one I always keep here, but all the other artwork you'll see I change around, because I have a lot and I keep it stored in the closet and I switch it all around every so often. So I just have, it's a very simple thing when you come in, a little foyer, and I've got tiki stuff all up in here. Now I have to tell you, down here, all these boxes that you see down here, and all these boxes that you see over here, are, believe it or not, all CDs. I have hundreds and hundreds of CDs of, all kinds of music. I've got, well, in this little area, I keep my coffee maker and my whatever grinder and steamer. The kitchen, it's a very tiny kitchen, as you can see, and there's not much cooking that goes on here, mostly microwaving and eating out in other places. But I do want to show you, this is really like a funny unit. When people move out of my apartment, they're gutting out the apartments and putting in like new kitchens and new flooring, and they're really nice and updated. But those of us that have been here a long time, we still have the old stuff, and I'm just hanging on to it. But this is an old unit. They don't make these anymore, so they can't even replace them. It's so weird. It's a unit that's a sink, burners. Now the burners don't work on mine, so I have, one that I got. And what was a refrigerator. I lived here for the longest time and didn't know what that was, and never even tried to open it. I just thought it was like whatever. And one day I opened it and realized, oh, it's a refrigerator that doesn't work, because I have a full-size refrigerator in this old unit. But what I do with it, those of you who watch some of my videos will know, kind of figure out that there's all kinds of Bath and Body Works soaps and lotions and products and stuff that I store in that thing. So now I'm going to show you my bathroom. It's a very small bathroom here, like it's a studio apartment and all that. It's the little shower. I don't know when this building was built, but it's quite an old building. It's about All of my tiki necklaces you might see me wearing are strung up on this here. I'll show you some of the accoutrement. Now the artwork that you see here definitely changes every so often. I probably, I have a lot more than I can put up on display at one time, so I just tend to like, change it out I keep a bunch of it in the closet, and every 6 months or so, or 4 months or so, change it out. Up here, in case you've ever wondered, is my candle cabinet. This is where I keep all of my candles and wax melts. And this, I limit myself to this. When this is full, I can't go anymore until I've made up some more space. So it's actually not full now, but I'm still not going crazy with candles. I got enough for a while. And that is my little, I won't show you the shower, but it's teeny tiny. It was made for people in the 1950s who are extra small people. Okay, that's all the excitement of the kitchen and foyer. As we walk into the main room, you'll see over here more boxes, and these boxes are also all CDs. Now, not only are they CDs, they're CDs and little tiny that I've put in little tiny cases. You know, those flat things, so they take up even less room like this. I can pull one out here. So you can imagine how many CDs I have. It's like thousands. And what do I have, actually? Well, I have some Hawaiian CDs, although I don't keep up as much with the modern or the new Hawaiian music as I do the old. And I have tons and tons of jazz, because I used to work full-time at coffee shops for years, and I love to play jazz at work. And I would get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of CDs over a period of time, all super cheap, either at thrift stores or I get a lot on eBay. And my thing on eBay was I never bid more than $1.26 on any CD. So everything I have was $1.26, and often much less than that I would get them for. And same thing with electronica. I have a lot of electronica lounge down tempo. I really like that kind of music, and same deal. I would get a lot of CDs, and they're, less than $1. I digitize stuff and like do your own playlists and all that. Okay, now let's look at the main room. So this is just kind of the main space. First thing you notice, of course, is this gigantic bed. I used to have a small twin thing, but I was at Salvation Army one day, and they were selling this thing, and when it was like $250, and it's gigantic, and I love it, so I got it. It's a bed, for a bed, but it has it's one piece, super solid, and it has drawers on all sides, so you can have big drawers for storage, which is in a studio apartment is a plus. Although this unit actually has a lot of storage. This is a very old building. Now here are the first group of my Hawaiian records are over here. So they are all alphabetized, as you can see. And this is through the letter P we see here. And on the other side of the room, we continue with the rest of the Hawaiian records with these two shelves here. Yeah, and then I have all of my Exotica, all of my South Pacific records here. Then the rest of the stuff that you see is sort of assorted things, and all my easy listening LPs. You might know I have a easy listening station, Moody Mood Music, in addition to my Hawaiian radio station. But what I'm doing, these are all alphabetized, by the way, and divided into sections. It's not just random. But these records I'm not keeping because they're all from the dollar record bins or less or something like that. So they're super cheap when I get them. I'm digitizing them and preserving them in that way, and then I'm not holding on to the original copy because I don't need all of these records, easy listening records in here. I love them. I'm hanging on to ones I especially love, like maybe budget labels or something, but most of the other stuff I just either take it back to a thrift store or get rid of it. But these are all my Hawaiian records in here, and these gigantic shelves I have tikis and things everywhere, and I move them around, and I have some in storage, and yeah, whatever. I love that kind of stuff. All my little trophies from my involvement with the Miss Hawaii USA pageant for many, many years. Now, something else that we actually used to play this when I was a kid, and I love this one. This was my grandmother's, and I just love it. Like I said, this artwork changes every so often. I put up different things. Now, something I have also mentioned that you can see in this apartment here is that, love this old lamp, right? Is that I have far too many books. Now, to prove the point, and I just can't seem to stop buying them. It's like no matter where I go, I do a lot of candle burning, so some of that takes place up here, and wax melts and whatnot. I love this lamp. It's like so kind of ugly, and I really, really love it. It's plastic. It's one piece of plastic. It's awesome. Anyway, so I have too many books, and I love to read, but I'm not the world's fastest reader, and it's just insane because I cannot pass up books when I find them at thrift stores, and the Hawaii Public Library has a huge sale every year, and I always end up buying a ton of stuff there. It's just like anywhere I go like that, I see books that I'm interested in because I love anything to do with you know, Hawaiiana, of course, and the Pacific Island stuff, and Paul Gauguin stuff, and then all sorts of novels and historical novels and sociological books about like the history of popcorn or the history of Wheaties or whatever. I love that sort of stuff. So I just can't stop getting it, and I cannot stop, and it's really bad. This is one shelf, okay. This, which is supposed to be an entertainment center, but I don't have a television, is number 2 shelf, and this is double stacked in here, so there's like books in the back. Yeah. And then I have bookshelf number 3, which is like full of stuff too. And this is a large bookshelf. It's just kind of insane. Yeah. Here's my steel guitar. I hardly play this thing now. I haven't played it really in a long time, and I need to get back into it. It's kind of fun to play. My closet's back here. I won't show you that, but it's full of these things. Hawaiian shirts. It's full of them. I'm trying to find more of these 5 what do you call it, 5-tiered hangers. They're kind of hard to come by. I thought they were everywhere, but they're not. Yeah, too many books. And then in addition to that, now I have all those books. I have like, what, 3 stacks of books? 3 or 4? Here's a stack of books. And more stack of books. And another stack of books. And another stack of books. So, as you can see, I have a problem with books. I mean, I love them. I don't hang on to them. I read them and get rid of them. The only ones I hang on to are like the picture books that have lots of amazing pictures that I love to go back to and listen to. When I listen to music a lot, I love to look at a picture and just kind of stare into it and lose myself in it. I don't meditate. I cannot clear my head like that. But I do that, which is kind of an equivalent thing for me. It's really wonderful to just listen to whatever kind of music and disappear into a picture, and you just zone out. Anyway, I have too many books, but I just can't help myself. What are you gonna do? I mean, I don't even consider myself a book collector. I'm a Hawaiian record collector. That's what I actually collect. But yeah, I got a lot of books. Okay, so finally, then let's go outside. Now, I live on the first floor, and I'm sure when I tell people I'm out on my lanai or whatever, they have all these visions of, you know, what a tropical lush lanai in Waikiki must look like. So I hate to disappoint you, because it's a very old building, and a lot of places in, you know, the islands are very close together, and it's not what you might think it looks like all the time. But this is my lanai. I mean, I love it. It works for me. This is not my cat, by the way. My neighbor has a couple of cats, and they seem to like me a lot. And they try and come in my apartment all the time, which I don't mind because I don't mind the smell of a cat to like keep the rats away. I mean, this is Hawaii, folks, so you know those things exist. Anyway, out here I just have little loungy area where I can sit out here and have coffee and read books and pet the cats and help keep the rats away. And this is the beautiful view from my amazing lanai of the dirt and the aqua colored wall and the beautiful building next door. I used to live in the building next door for a long time. I lived up on the 3rd floor, not on this side, but on the other side, and I used to look into these apartments and think, I like these apartments. They're just like one big space. And eventually, when that place jacked their rent up too much, back in the day when I was broke all the time, I moved next door. This cat is just loving attention today. So cute. So friends, that's it. A little view into my personal space here, my apartment and my little studio apartment here in Waikiki. Not much to look at, but I love where I am. I love it, and happy to be here, and hope you enjoyed that little tour. Like I said, I'm not much of a housekeeper, so how you saw it today is probably the best you'll ever see it, so that's why I did this video today. Have a good week, and we'll talk to you next time.